What's up, y'all? What's up? So, I want to talk about what I'm about to do tonight. And I want to cover some important stuff. Some things that I find important, that I find significant, that I've heard, you know what I'm saying? And that I've registered, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So, tonight, what I'm about to do, and I'm about to get into right now. Right now, it's 5:50 p.m. It's wild dark right now. And what I'm about to get into right now is some important foundation setting right now. I'm gonna tell y'all, one thing I hate doing is writing. I dislike writing. I'm not a bad writer. I always had good grades on essays and papers and stuff like that, and it was always easy. Like, my school was always easy to me, especially writing papers. Writing papers was really easy. So it's not hard, but I just dislike work. Like I told y'all in the past videos, like I dislike work. Like like I said, as a kid, when I grew up, when I did something wrong, just when you was in trouble, you have to go do work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. You get hit and you go do work. You know, that's how I go back then. Just ingrained. So I dislike work because of that, and I'm realizing that's not good fruit. It's not good fruit at all. Just want to say glory to God every day, all day. Gotta give thanks to God, you know what I'm saying? Every day. Just before anything, I should have said glory to Jesus Christ, glory to God, you know. Because the big man keep me walking, keep me motivated, keep me up. So let's keep it rocking and rolling. But yeah, so some foundation setting that I want to do right now is I gotta write down. I have to literally write it down. Can't type it, no BS, nothing like that, Mom. I can't just think about it. I have to write down my goals, my plans, right? And my morals / priorities. All right? So I want to cover why these are important. So first I'll go with morals, right? Your morals are important because they give you structure. You know what I'm saying? And they give you your boundaries of what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do, and what you hold to high value. You know what I'm saying? Like, morals and priorities are similar in the aspect of high value. You know what I'm saying? It's something held to high value. But your morals give you that structure. You know, my morals come from my faith in Jesus Christ, my faith in God, like the Bible. That's my morals. My moral standing comes from that. You know what I'm saying? I try to lead by that 100% of my day. You know what I'm saying? Keyword is try. I'm not successful, but progress is what it is. Progress is what you gotta look out for, and there's been progress. So glory to God for that. But yeah, so morals. Find out your morals. Know your morals. Understand your morals, because like you'll have a better sense of direction if you know what your morals are. Like, morals that actually come from your heart, that you care about. You know what I'm saying? Priorities are super important, because when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking from myself also. Like, I'm guilty of these things. I'm only speaking from experience. If I wasn't going through this stuff, I wouldn't be looking into this stuff, and I wouldn't be getting these revelations from God. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all because my life has led me to these places, right? So when you don't have priorities set and you don't know the order of your priorities, you can get caught running on a treadmill, thinking you're going somewhere but not going nowhere. And you can also be led into a state of like mental confusion, all types of anxiety, depression, because of lack of forward motion, So priorities are super important. You have to know, top to bottom, what is most important, what is second important, what is third important. And the one thing that's tricky about priorities that I would say is, like, I don't believe they necessarily go in the order of what's important all the time. I feel like importance should be weighed into listing your priorities from top to bottom, but you also got to think like some things might be important in the totality of life, like say family for instance, or friendship, but when it comes to finances and your lack of, and say you're in a terrible state because you're lacking finances, you're all in debt, you're down, like you're struggling, you could barely put food on the table all day, you're living check to check, so your finances are down, and we understand that family is more important than money. We understand that, right? But if your money's not right, you can't take care of your family correctly. You can't take care of relationships correctly. If you're stressed out, you know what I'm saying, if you're all anxious, if you're all worked up, you can't take care of your relationships the best way you are actually capable of as a person, because this part of your life is lacking, you know? So this is why I say, like, priorities aren't always listed by importance from top to bottom, because sometimes, and a lot of times when it comes to growth, something has to be sacrificed. And that sounds really weird and like eerie and like dark to say, like sacrifice, you think about some Illuminati weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. Things have to be sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's you're in a tough spot where your family doesn't understand that things got to be sacrificed, what you're doing, the goal. And it's like sometimes you got to sacrifice that relationship for a season. You know what I'm saying? Life moves in seasons and chapters as well. There's a season where things are going to be up, season where things are going to be down. There's a time for this, there's a time for that. Seasons always change. I know you can all vouch, see that in your own life. Like, we can all vouch for that. We see that there's a time where this happened. Now I'm out of that season. Now I'm in this chapter. Life just moves like that, you know? So, priorities, you know what I'm saying? Really, really important. Write down your priorities also. Get that down. Get that down. For me, my priorities, A, is definitely my family, right? Making sure my family got food on the table. Making sure that my daughter got diapers, you know what I'm saying? That my girl's bills are handled, even though she has her own job and stuff like that. She makes her own money, but I got to make sure I at least have backup just in case she needs a hand, you know? That's my priority. So we could say, like, taking care of my family and finances are hand in hand. I have to make sure I have my food on the table, my money in my pocket to provide for them now, make sure they're good and surviving. You know what I'm saying? And to have as less stress as possible when it comes to the financial side. I'm not perfect by far, you know what I'm saying? Right now I work at Legoland at the hotel over there in the kitchen. I'm a steward supervisor. Like, I supervise basically the cleaning team of the kitchen. And I'm making $24.10, something like that, $24.10 an hour right now. So it's good, but it's whack at times because it's also like seasonal in a way. Right now, when it's like winter and the park is not that busy, we like 3 days a week. That's not valid. It's not valid for my pockets and for my family. So right now, I also want to cover that later on in the video, but we already here now. I'm trying to find another part-time job or second way of income to manage my bills and get the money I need for my family consistently. You know what I'm saying? I've been on paternity leave for these 3 months since September. I'm actually going back to work tomorrow, ironically. Friday, December 8th. I'm doing an 11 to 7. So I'm about to see exactly how much money I'm going to be putting in my pockets again and make it work from there. But yeah, like, so I got to make sure my family's good, Mo. That's priority number one. And an extended priority to that also is I wouldn't even say an extended priority. Priority number 2, mind you, I haven't gone over this myself yet, so I'm going off the top right now. Priority number 2 for me would honestly have to be my mental health, right? And my mental health ties into my spirituality. It ties into, personal care, making sure that my needs are met, not in a selfish manner, but making sure, like, I'm always checking myself emotionally, checking myself mentally, self-reflecting. You know what I'm saying? Not being a baby about nothing, but understanding, like, really what are my triggers? What are places that I have to grow at? What are things I am kind of being a baby about? All these things are important. Self-reflection is a huge importance. It's a huge important thing. So that's like priority number 2, So, and honestly, priority number 1 and 2 flip-flop at times and I wouldn't even really consider it flip-flopping because my family and stuff is always number one, but they flip-flop in times because there's moments where I have to make sure I'm good to, guide my family correctly. So they like go up and down, up and down, up and down, and so I'm switching back and forth. Priority number 3 is my finances, for sure. No second guessing. Part number 3 is my finances. I gotta be blessed to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have the plank out of my eye to take the speck out of my brother's eye. If I'm not good, I can't help nobody. So I gotta make sure my pockets is right. I want to be able to give, just give. I want to be like a fruitful tree that just doesn't run out no season, just giving to whoever. In the right way though. I'm not gonna be just giving people blindly and not helping them actually get to the next level, because I'm not gonna feed your poverty. That's not how I'm rocking over here. But I need that money. I need that blessing to be a blessing. So that's priority number 3. Priority number 4 is my primary extended family, which includes my mom, dad, sisters, brother, Victoria, my girlfriend's family, mom, dad, brother. That's priority number 4. And I just peeped, I kind of wilded out, but not really. Actually, it kind of goes with the self-health stuff. My health and fitness, Mo. That's super important. That goes with my taking care of myself. So that goes with the 3rd priority, with the second priority. You know what I'm saying? So bing, bang, boom. So that's my list of priorities. Now I want to talk about plans and goals. And my man TTE Nick said something that stood out to me on the what is that podcast called? Hold on, y'all. I gotta put you on to another YouTuber that's really sauce, honestly. That's really sauce. I found out about TTE Nick from this YouTuber, actually. Let me bless y'all real quick with this. With this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful channel. It's called Forex Beginners Podcast. Forex Beginner Podcast. My son Calvin, the new trader, yo. My boy Calvin, yo. Shout out to Calvin, yo. I love you, Calvin, bro. No cap. And you don't even know me, but you the man, yo. Good English for Calvin. But I seen TTE Nick on Calvin, the new trader's Forex Podcast, and he said something that stood out to me crazy. Not even stood out to me crazy, but it was just really, really useful news. Important things, right? Important thing. He said, write down your goals, right? You gotta write them down. You gotta write down your goals. Then write down your plan to get to those goals, right? And then catch this. Then forget your goals and just execute the plan. And just do that. Just do that until your goal comes, no? And it's like, that simplified saying is so striking, because it just makes it simplifies the whole process insanely. It's just, you know your goals, and because we can get caught up on our goals a lot, Mo, on the outcome. And I'm pretty sure I said this in a previous video, but it's super, super important to understand, the journey is the most important part of this. It's not the outcome. Of course, the outcome is going to be a blessing, but you got to understand, what you gain through the journey is what leads you to that outcome. If you don't go through that journey, you don't become the person that can receive that outcome. You know what I'm saying? That causes that outcome, because this is a cause and effect life. You know what I'm saying? If we have to put in the right cause to get that effect. So if we have to go through that journey to become the person that's able to put in that cause to receive that effect and hold it actually long term, and for it not to just come and go. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that hit the lotto and blow all their money and end up in way more debt than they were before they hit the lotto. And why is that? Because The reason being is that quick money doesn't last, man. If you're not financially literate and don't understand how to handle money, you were broke before for a reason. You weren't broke because life made you broke. You were broke because you're not financially literate. You don't understand how to save money. You don't understand how to grow money correctly. You don't understand how to have money work for you. Like, you don't understand these financial literacy laws, and that's why you stay broke. It's not circumstantial, you know. And you become more in debt afterwards because now you got a lot of money. You're not financially literate. You're gonna spend it as foolishly as you was when you were broke. Now you just have more money to spend and put yourself in more of a hole, you know. So the journey is important, yo. Skipping steps is not valid. It's not valid. So me, for my goals, I have to sit down and think on that. I wouldn't even be able to tell you that right now. I'll have to get back to y'all now on that one. But I know my goals consist of making sure that my daughter, my soon-to-be wife, my primary family, my extended family, all have somebody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to my kids and grandkids, and my primary immediate family, like I need them. I want them to be financially stable. That's one big goal. Everybody needs to be financially stable in my circle. Everybody. When it comes to my friends, also, I want them to be financially stable too. But that highly depends on their work ethic as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a spoon feeder. I know a lot of them have a good work ethic, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be put into action. They have a lot of great ideas. Like, a lot of us have a lot of great ideas, but got to put it into play. Not saying none of them are not putting their actions into play, but you know, things got to get done. And I believe when time comes, you know, it will show. We all working hard right now. They in the beginning stages, just like me, trying to get out the hole. You know what I'm saying? So even them, I want them to be financially stable 100%. And I want to be able to be that blessing if they need it. If they get there before me, yo, big applause to them, yo. Big ups to them. For real, Mo. I'd be happy. I'd be super happy, yo. Let them be a blessing for me. But, you know, like, I want us all to be valid. I want us all to be valid, but it's another big goal. Another goal, definitely want to have my own house. I want to do real estate. I want to be successful in Forex. I want to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like, super healthy and fit. I want to reach 185 pounds and 180 pounds and 175 to 180 pounds and be a great hooper. You know what I'm saying? Of course I want to be a great Christian as well. And it's like, this is a lot of goals, right? A lot of them, but they're like, I know the plans to get there. Like, I know how to get there. I know how, like, I have, once I'm done with this video, I'm going to write them all down. I promise. I'm going to write them all down. And like, when I write out those plans to get there, I'm going to see like how I already know how to get there. It's just executing them. It's just executing them, staying disciplined. Like, the common denominator for all of these goals is discipline. Discipline and persistence. You know what I'm saying? So, and work ethic. Honestly, it's 3 common denominators: discipline, persistence, and work ethic. You got to be disciplined and stick to the plan and carry it out. You know, stick to the plan. You got to be disciplined, stick to the plan. Got to be persistent enough to do it consistently, and you got to be hardworking enough to find out the things you don't know and push through the struggles that you're gonna go through when doing something that's new and uncomfortable. So this is all gonna get done, yo. And also understand that things take time. It might be 10 plus years before I accomplish all these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might take 3 years for one of them, another 4 or 2 years for another. You know what I'm saying? Like, bing bang, it's gonna take some time, yo. But have these things written out, You know what I'm saying? That's how we're going to get ourselves out of where we are now. That's how we're going to change as a person, you know? That's how we're going to get from that caterpillar to that butterfly. That's the goal for us all. So, I love y'all. I'm about to get to it. Nate, let's keep working.